How is it going, everyone? Welcome to Project Diva Mega Meets Plus. Actually, going back to the Steam Project Diva, and I hope that I didn't forget anything crucial, because this game, differently from the PlayStation 4 game, this one has multi-nodes, and those are not easy to hit sometimes. So hopefully I didn't forget. I should be fine. I do know what song to open with, you know? Like, I actually have a song I wanted to play ever since I played the PlayStation 4 game. Because this song is not in that game, but it's part of one of the medleys. Like, the complete version is not there. Right, hold up. Let me start properly. Nice to start the stream with a full combo. So this one was my first full combo on its stream back then, so it makes sense. It's the very first one I was able to. I think it was on the Nintendo Switch game even, not even the Steam one. But yeah, makes sense. Alright. It's pretty crazy to see that you have such a big variety of songs in this game compared to the PlayStation 4 one. Quite crazy. Very crazy. I could play this. The colors look so lively with these new monitors. Not the first time that I played with this monitor. I think that last time I didn't have the right configuration, but now that I do, it looks so lively. They actually look so nice. Speaking of colors, I can play this one. These are not watercolors. Just that it's a little bit too loud for me though. The issue that I have with Windows, as always, that you cannot change the volume in increments of 1. Has to be in increments of 2 every time. Will be fine now. Well, for me, I mean. For you it will be the same. What songs did the other game make me want to play? Like, well, I know there is one, but it might be too early. This one. Nah, but playing it this early, no, it's not a good idea. At all. It's a very hard song. But I wanna play it later. Some other time. Oh, Sweet Devil is another one. This one was part of a medley but wasn't a proper song. I also feel like the sounds are a lot, the hit sounds are a lot louder in this game than in Project Diva X. I mean, that's something you could configure. You could lower the volume if you want, but I don't know. I feel like it will be weird to change it now after being used to them for so long, you know. So yeah. I don't want to. Well, maybe at some point just to test. ending. I fumbled it so badly. But it is true that it's harder than the beginning, so it's not particularly a surprise. Alright. What does Extra Extreme have? Actually, there is a song in this game that is shared with Project Diva. It's the first song, but did I? Was it here? I mean, I know it's here, but yeah, here. I even full combo it. I probably should precisely not play this if it's in the other one. Oh wait, hold up. If I don't have 100%, I want to go for 100% or more. It wasn't that hard to get the 100%. So because it's one of those very old full combos that I barely even remember when. Probably 2 years ago. Which other ones do I have like that? This one, yeah, but this one is hard. Fire Flower, I don't really want to play it now. Those are the only ones. Well, in Extra Extreme, what about Extreme? Die? Is that the only? No, Pinky Swarm. And Pink Moon. A lot of pink, huh? I could try this one. Damn, that miss at the end. It probably wouldn't have gone to 100% either, though. Hard to tell. Not sure how it calculates a save. I don't think it affects the percentage by 1%, so I don't think it would have happened. It's a complex one to optimize the score, that one. We'll try Dive. I don't really want to play that song or this one. Whatever. Can do that some other time. Will you catch the wave? And that was a very good run. Shame that I missed at the beginning. Also, how is it going, Silly Shark? Thanks. It's I'm glad you like it. It was only one miss right at the very beginning. Also a PB. Don't worry. I didn't even want the full combo anyway. I'm kidding, but it was good. What's a good run? I'm surprised at the video though. It's the song that is in the intro of the game, but the video in the intro is different. You have Miku meeting the other characters, but this one is different. And unless, wait, is there an alternate version? No, there isn't. Because sometimes you have some that have alternate music videos, but not that one. It's whatever. It happens. Oh yeah, I wanna play this one. Kimi no Taion. That was a PV by a lot. I think that my previous PV was like 80 something %. Kimi no Taion is a very good song. How is it going, Kadas? It's one of those that a very solid song all around, and the chart is very good. Yeah, that was a very good percentage. It's the best run I had of that song so far. I'm surprised because I'm actually close to the full combo there. Like, not very far at all. But yeah, it will take a couple more attempts for that. A couple, maybe more than a couple, but we'll get there. That ending is always pretty hard. I clear most charts with all modifiers. Some, yeah. I mean, the one that I'm missing the most is sudden. I don't really like sudden as a modifier, but well, as you can see here, sudden is the one missing in most of them. But yeah, for the rest, I do have high speed and hidden for most of them. Yeah. Sudden is your favorite? Well, I could utilize the opportunity to play one in Sudden. Honestly, it will have to be a map I know a lot. Because if it's a map that I'm not familiar with, Sudden is gonna destroy me. Well, not to mention a map that is fast will destroy me on Sudden. So something like this should be fine, for example. Very impressive to play with all modifiers. Well, it's a matter of mostly getting used to the chart rather than the modifier. yeah, it's a hard modifier. I personally, well, the one that I can do the easily is hidden, but I think that favorite as in fun to play is probably high speed, and that's mostly because high speed looks impressive to maybe people that might not be used to the game. But in reality, playing high speed is not hard at all. Well, I mean, it's harder than not playing high speed, but you know, the point is that as long as you're familiar with the song and the chart, you should be fine. So I can use this one, for example. It's something that if you just follow the song, you don't really you're not really paying attention to the notes approaching. So high speed might look extremely hard, but it's not that bad. It's good to practice accuracy. I think that to practice in general, if you want to kind of like practice to get full combo, I think the best thing is to practice without modifiers, but it does give you makes you feel that songs are easier, like eventually, you know, and when you play without modifiers. The remaining one is hidden. To me, hidden is the easiest one because it feels like it barely even changes the chart. Haven't played with Hidden that much. Yeah, basically with Hidden, I guess songs like this, ironically, might be the hardest ones to play with Hidden because being so many notes one next to the other one can kind of confuse you in what note is the next one, right? Especially on fast songs like this. I think that it's doable. Equipol Industry is a pretty fast song. Took me some months since the first time I played until when I perfected on its stream. Yeah, this one for now is not gonna happen on its stream. I cannot. I don't have enough stamina to full combo that on its stream. I get tired easily with fast songs. There's a reason why the highest difficulty that I have full combo is 8.5. Doing more than that is very fast territory, and I just get tired very easily of fast stuff. But when I say tired, I mean physically tired, not mentally. Like, it actually requires quite some stamina from me. But yeah, it happens. Playing People Industry with both hands. I am playing it with both hands, yes. I am double tapping. I mean, most of these fast songs I double tap them. You know? Single tapping is something that I only do for slower songs. Like, I don't know, this one for example. But yeah, I don't have very high stamina, you know? Something like this I can obviously easily single tap. Oops. Was gonna say that when I say single tap, I specifically mean the single notes. Obviously, the notes that are very close to each other, I cannot single tap that. Those I need to double tap without a doubt. Was playing them Paradigm the other day and pretty much had to take some rest every few attempts. Yeah, then Paradigm I am not even close to beating it, so well, none of this I'm close. Like, aside from the ones that you see that I clear, and even these are some that I cannot clear sometimes. Like, this is a good example. This is a song that I clear only once, and never again. Oh yeah, there's that. Yeah, the notes are... Oh, didn't mean to do that. The notes that are very close to each other are notes that, yeah, you gotta... Yeah, I say double tap, but double tap is a different technique. It's alternate. Double tap is something different. Yeah, alternating is what I meant to say. Indeed. Let's see. Nah, let's play... We'll try Afterburner in Sudden. See how that goes. Okay, nice. It's a very good song. I was waiting for a long time, but when I finally played, I enjoy it. Interesting thing about Afterburner is that this version is way better than the original. The original is like it doesn't really have a chorus. Well, it doesn't have lyrics in the first place, but it's just kind of like elevator music. The Miku version is very good indeed. I can try a full combo on this one, see if it happens. Well, not if I start like that, clearly. I guess not. The PDMM breakdown. I mean, it's one of those that was fan-made. I think there was a contest that Sega held, and some fans did it with some specific tools. So I would have preferred a video by Sega themselves, but yeah, it's okay. Yeah, the song is fantastic. Like this song, I don't know how I don't have it as favorite. Then again, I have, you know, if I had to favorite the songs that I like in this game, I would pretty much favorite them all. Like this one, I would also favorite. Like, I think that the favorites don't really mean anything anymore, because I pretty much have all of them as favorites. But yeah, it's fine. It happens. Too many good songs. Yeah, Sega made different contests for songs. It would have been nice to have for those Sega videos. But hey, it's better than having no videos or like the 2D thingy that they do in some of them. Yeah, I heard the story of the Then Paradigm one. It's pretty cool that they do stuff like that. Right? This one is just a matter of time. This one will be full combo eventually. It will happen. I guess it might be a good time to try... I guess I wanna try 2D Dream Fever, but I rather have a warm-up first, like this one, you know? Because I wanna try beating that song again, but I need to have another fast one as an appetizer. Nice. It is a very cool chart. I mean, honestly, most of the 9.5 charts are very, very good. Did an excellent score on it, but stop playing consistently. Project Diva for me, well, I kinda keep consistently in the level that I am because I usually play it at least once a month. It's one of those games that it feels weird to say it, but it really has to be one of my favorite games ever. I mean, I don't know if I will say ever, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like Project Diva has become such a central part of what I play that it's hard to not say that, right? So that's why I always kinda keep playing it. So for now, I can keep the consistency. For now. But 9.5 are the best. I think all of these charts, well, this one is a silly song, but yeah, all of the other charts are quite nice. I'm not a fan of Sci-Hat though. I mean, the song is nice. Yeah, they have, yeah, you can say that they have personality. Alright. The time of the truth is upon us. Can I beat this? Nice. Team. That was so close to that so many times, but this chart is a controller destroyer, dude. Like, that's the problem. Aside from being a stamina destroyer, it's also a controller destroyer. God damn it. But yeah, at least that's the second time I beat it, so that's cool. This one I think I also only beat it once. Probably. I don't know if I should try it. I think that destroying the controller one time is good enough, you know? It doesn't have to happen twice. At least not that quickly, you know? But at least that worked. But yeah, thanks for the good luck. It definitely was well received. What will I play? I guess I could do this one and see if I can get a better percentage. Nice. I actually got 100% on it. Because I already got the full combo on this, but it was a 98%, so that's great. So they managed to get it in 100. That's pretty cool. So that's one less to worry about. So you play on keyboard. That's interesting. Had an old keyboard and some keys stopped working from playing. Yeah. That tends to happen. But no, I have a control. I'm using the DualSense, the PlayStation 5 controller. Works pretty well. Pinky Swear is a cool chart. One of the first extreme charts I perfected. In my case, the first one was Tengaku. I played it like it was the first song I played today. But yeah, Tengaku, this song was the first one, but I don't think I even did it in this game. I think I did it in the Nintendo Switch game, like that full combo. I mean, I obviously did it here too, but I mean that it happened first on that one. So yeah. Tengaku is basically one of those that is 8 stars, but it could easily be less than 8 stars. It could be 7.5 and it will make sense. So yeah, it's certainly one of those. I could do this one. Why not? Saturation Edge was the vanilla chart I perfected first. Oh, I think that one is not in this game, right? What map is Saturation? Like, what game is it from? Because that doesn't ring a bell. Also, yeah, Race of Zero or Zero is very good, but I think that you can say that about the big majority of charts in this game. They are just very good all around, you know. The songs and the charts, you know. Oh, it's an arcade. Okay, gotcha. I was about to say, cause it's not even in the PlayStation 4 version. Well, version. I mean Project Diva Edge, which is the game that has the most unique songs in the Project Diva games, kinda, and it's not in that one. So you use a mod to play. Yeah. wonder why it's only in arcade. I mean, with songs like this, it can always be a matter of rights. Because, you know, for something like... For example, I can say I would like all of the Project Diva 8 songs. Even as a new DLC, I will pay for it. And you could be like, that's free money that Sega is missing out on. But in reality, it's not really free money, because I'm pretty sure you have to relicense those songs to make them appear in a specific game, so that is most likely the reason why it's not done realistically, you know? That's a shame, but it is a hard ending after all. I perfected extra stream because I got it stressed from it. It's always good to have some variety for this. Well, that's the reason why I usually never repeat the same song in a single stream. I like variety, I don't like repetitiveness, you know? But yeah, it's what I do. I usually, unless I miss at the very beginning on a song that I'm trying to full combo, I usually never retry precisely because I want songs, like more songs, right? I can grind the same song for hours, oh you know. I definitely will never do that. That's certainly not my style. It isn't very healthy, you could say that, but yeah. Nice. The most I grind something is Rolling Girl Extra stream spent around 6 hours in a row, and Warland's Dance Hall Extra stream was pretty much playing the chart 2 hours daily on average. Damn. No, I don't think I could do that. I mean, yeah, physically I could do that, but it's just not... I really hate repetitiveness, so doing the same thing over and over will be very bad. Well, especially since I stream it. Like, I think streaming it is kinda... like, the best thing I can do is just play many songs. Many different songs instead of trying to farm. But even if I wasn't streaming, I don't think I would farm like that, because off stream there are some challenges that I try to farm for the moment that I got on stream that I play better. Like, it tends to happen in shoot 'em ups or fighting games. But even then, I'm usually not a fan of doing that. It's not healthy to do this, but sometimes I just feel like I can stop. No, it's fine. I mean, being healthy or not it doesn't matter as long as you have fun, right? That's the thing that matters the most. After all, just having fun. Yeah. What should I play? I could go for this one. One of my favorite Luca songs. It's definitely one of the best ones. But Luca in this game has a lot of very good songs. I mean, most of them are made by Otetsu. Like, most of the Luca songs in this game are Otetsu songs. But yeah, it's Otetsu has a lot of good stuff. And well, even the ones that are not from Otetsu are very good too. Without a doubt. I could go for this. Why not? Nice. It is a very calming song. It's one of those that you can just listen to and relax. Well, the chart won't let you relax, but if you just listen to the song, you cool. Let's see. One song. No. But I could also ask random which song he wants me to play. Alright, random, what song? Nah. Okay, see, this one is a better idea, I will say. This one, I like it. Yeah, I can do that song. Honestly, I should have I should have asked the chat before asking random, but it's just that usually the people that tend to be regulars at my chat, there's only one of them that play this game. Most of my other regulars haven't played this game, so they don't know the songs the game has. So I could play. Yeah, that one is in its stream. It's 8 stars, something like that. Yeah, Bless Your Bread is good too. And yeah, it's a very long one as well. No, I think the one that is 8.5 here, yeah. Oh, it's 8.5 on both. I didn't know that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we could do that. Alright. Let's get it. Against my better judgment, I usually single tap those notes, and I did it there too. It is very exhausting to single tap those, but if I alternate, I lose control very easily since they are all different notes. One of my favorite songs and my favorite module in the game. Yeah, the module is pretty good. Thank you, no problem. I mean, if anything, I should thank you because a lot of times I don't know what to play, so having ideas always helps. You know, sometimes, well, after all, when there are 251 songs in the game, it's very hard to pick which one to play. So yeah, that's the reason. It's a little bit hard. Okay, don't worry. Sometimes I take longer to choose than some other times, but it depends on if I have a song in my mind or not. So here, for example, yeah, Leia popped up. Sometimes I play modded charts because I just can't decide what to play. The guy is probably my most lucky perfectly at the first attempt after playing the end in practice mode. I wasn't even getting good in the practice. I mean, maps like this one are mostly about stamina, since you mostly want to single tap this, since it's a lot of different notes, just like the previous song that I played, that you requested. These are maps that are fast, relatively fast, but at the same time, if you try alternating, you can, but you need to have a lot of control over alternating. That's the problem for those specific maps. So you end up having to single tap, and yeah, as you say, it's exhausting. But yeah, can't do much more. It's that type of map. But yeah. Yeah, Systematic Love is pretty much the only Camellia song in the game, which is pretty interesting. Camellia is a producer that has a lot of songs, but it's the only one in this game. Well, a lot of songs that are not Vocaloid, which is the reason probably why this is one of the only ones in the game. Okay. Also, how is it going, Kyle? I'm just here, you know, trying not to lose my muscle memory on multi-notes, since Project Diva Edge doesn't have them. It's important to keep the... Huh? Are you okay, Light? Camellia made a remix of the chicken shoki meme. Camellia usually does stuff like that. Trendy stuff from the internet. I heard some intern fact about Camellia. What did you hear about Camellia? Well, that's the new full combo for the day. Good stuff. Well, it's a song that eventually had to happen, obviously, but, well, it's here now. She thinks. So wait, what did he say about Camellia? He needed a VIP flight seat when going out of Japan because he had a problem in his butt. Well, maybe, you know. he ate a lot of spicy food. You know that Japan has, well, not the same fixation as Korea with spicy food, but there are a lot of things in Asia in general that are like specifically marketed towards being spicy. So that could be the case. Spicy food, well, for example, in Japan, curry is like super popular. Most popular country for curry is most likely India. But I feel like after India, I wouldn't be surprised if Japan follow right on second place. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, maybe there is another one before that, but yeah. Seems that in Asia there is a lot of spicy food fanatics. I personally hate spicy food with all my might. Like, I cannot go with spicy food. It's just simply not for me. It is the way it is. Nice. A Shitterbug is a pretty technical chart. This is a chart that it needs, like, you need to memorize the song. If you haven't memorized the song, this is not an easy chart. And well, memorizing the chart helps too. Finding this for my next perfect, actually at the moment have a run with 3 mistakes only. Well, that will be a pretty impressive perfect. I mean, I have to say it's probably the most technical song in the game, because, well, Black Shack is similar, but this one only has the fact that it's faster. But I would say that Shitterbug is more technical, even if it isn't as fast, of course. I was scared once that I had that, but luckily not. Terrible H's. Do I want to know what the terrible H's are? Oh, I know. No, never mind. Don't say it. I know what you mean. Yeah, that sounds very painful. It never happened to me, and I hope it never happens, but yeah, I know. It's a problem, and it can happen for no reason too. It's not like you have to do something in particular for that to happen to you. It could happen at any time. So yeah, I'm glad it hasn't happened to me yet, and I hope it remains that way. Very awful song to play for the first time. Oh yeah, that's for sure. I absolutely hated Shitterbug the first times that I played it. And I mean, I'm not a gigantic fan of the song either, but the map is, the chart is pretty good. Could do this. For Camille, I don't like his music, but I don't wish that upon anyone. Yeah, I know. That's a very awful thing to have. Nice. I think, I don't remember if it was this song that slightly appears in the medley of of one of the Project Diva Ed's songs, but maybe it doesn't. I don't remember. Like, some of those medley have so many songs, it's hard to remember. And as I said back then, I wish instead of having a medley with all those songs, they actually had those songs on full length, but they don't. Because a lot of those songs are not even in this game. Like stuff like, you know, Viva Happy or Easy Dance. Those are fantastic songs, and they are, as far as I know, they are not in any Project Diva game. But maybe they are in Project Sekai, I don't know. That's not Project Diva, that's Project Sekai. It's a different one. Different saga. Yeah. Yeah, I could do this. Been a while. When is Project Teto? I don't know. It's the longest chart in the game, really. That's interesting. I didn't know. I thought there was... Well, there are some other ones that are long, but... Now, the interesting thing is that the moment this chart started, YouTube sent the warning that, hey, there is a video that has, like, copyright and shit. I wonder what they are gonna do about it. I mean, that's a warning that sends in other streams, and it doesn't affect the stream whatsoever, but... if the stream doesn't appear later, it's because of that. And I think it should be fine. I mean, it already happened with Project Diva 8, and the warning is meaningless. Because, I mean, when it comes to copyright claim, all of these are copyrighted. Yeah, exactly, every single song has one. But YouTube sometimes, for a specific song, actually puts a warning in the window, in the streaming window. Why? I don't know. But they do that. And probably because instead of song, it's the video that is the one that's copyrighted, probably. But yeah, usually it doesn't mean anything. I mean, anything other than being demonetized, which is something that I already don't do, so it has no effect. Do you know which songs have that claim? Well, that one did, apparently. That one seemed to be one of them. So yeah. Something funny about in PS4 Future Tone, none of the song you record will display any music in the video. Really? Well, at least in Project Diva it's that thankfully is not the case, so that seems that it's only a Future Tone issue. Because in Project Diva it's all 30 songs that display properly. They demonetize your HTML shop. HTML shop. Would be nice if it was only HTML, I gotta say. Would be pretty cool. But yeah, no. It ain't. Let me think. I could try this one on Salem to complete the Trinity. Perfect on the Rocks extra stream in 30 minutes and then it took me 4 days. I don't think I have a full combo on extreme. Do I? Wait, I don't think it's even. Oh yeah, it's here. Yeah, I don't have it on this one. I guess it is harder. don't like Kaito? Well, it's fine. He doesn't like you either, so don't worry about it. Kaito is a bro. I like him. It's this.
System overload. Super force tend to persist.
Nice. Remember this song the first times that, well, when I was trying to full combo it for the first time? That ending was a choking hazard. Like that ending having a multi-note at the end right after a regular note was very evil. Very evil. But thankfully I don't have to worry too much about that anymore. It is one that was dangerous. A lot of songs, a lot of charts have that sort of choke potential, you know? That at the ending they throw you with everything pretty much. So some charts are sadistic like that. And that was a bad run compared to what I usually can pull off. The end of Absolute Note. Yeah, Absolute Note is probably one of my best full combos. I think this one has to be one of my best full combos. And when it starts slowing down, it's very hard to time. I will have to see, but I think it has to be that one. Probably. I don't think any of these are that impressive in comparison. Well, I think Dance of Many was a cool full combo I got. Yeah, I think Absolute Note is probably my best full combo so far. But Yume Yume is mostly because of the length of the song, but it's not a hard chart at all. So now that I saw this song, I wanna play it. I saw another about a reading game about girl thighs. Oh yeah, I saw it too. It was pretty interesting. I forgot the name, but yeah, I saw it. They are like 3 playable girls. Consider Absolute Note to be my worst perfect, and I perfected it today. Nice. You know, that one I think I perfected like a year ago or something. It looks like new slash levels of simple. Yeah, it seems to, well, I mean, considering the target audience, then yes, it's meant to be that simple. I don't know if it's a mobile game or whatever. I'm not playing mobile games. Perfect with a 97% and a 26% percentage of fine count. Oh, I see. In that case, I guess I got quite lucky of getting just over 100. So I don't know if that was on the first attempt. It probably was in following attempt. Oh, it's on Steam. It's called Momoto Crash. Okay. I'll see. Because if it's cheap, I could play it on stream. I mean, I'm not an expert or at reading games, but be an interesting thing to play. Will certainly be out of the ordinary, that's for sure. Very out of the ordinary game to play. It's Berlin Girl Legs. I love that note. The note of that game on Steam. Wait. I love that the note of that game on Steam is clarifying that the characters are 18. Well, yeah, I think they are legally required to. It's just the same as Muse Dash or well, games like that. You have to clarify simply for legal reasons. Probably. I don't know about laws. You know. It's one of those things that even in absolutely ridiculous settings, they still put that clarification. As I say, I think it's more for liability or something like that in case someone, you know, tries to get in trouble with them. Yeah. Differently from Sega, that doesn't give a shit and just put characters that are 14 at 16 and just lets it rock. That's how a true brave A true Valiant developer doesn't give a shit about it. It's fine. I mean, after all, Sega, if someone wants trouble with Sega, they probably have a lot of stuff to fight back. But an indie developer doesn't have that, so they have to be like, no, it's fine. They are all 18 plus. When you're an indie developer, you gotta watch out for all the things that could go against you. Because you don't have many resources. And you wouldn't be indie otherwise. You will be, you know, a bigger company, right? I think that it's a good idea to play these lower star maps on something like Sudden. Because otherwise I will repeat a lot of songs if I always stay in the range of 8, 8.5, 9. So to avoid repeating, it's always nice to go low and try to play stuff that I normally don't play. I could play that, but no. Actually, there are a lot of 7.5s that it's been a while since I saw before. We could do Tricolor Airline. Why not? nice. It was 100% despite not being a full combo. But at least we got all 3 modifiers on this one. Which is always nice to see. Like, when you look at the modifiers in a song and you don't see all 3 colors, it looks a little bit out of place, you know? It feels like something is missing. But yeah. Problem is that if I go 7 stars, this is too low, I feel. Even with modifiers, it will be probably too dumb. Probably. But it's fine. Oh, I could play that one. Okay, there you go. But on extra stream. That's a pretty cool song. Exactly. I never paid too much attention to the video, but the sunset and the water effect look very good. Like, they are nothing out of the ordinary, but the way they are laid out, it looks very nice. Like, actually very nice. It's just one of those that even if it's not very complex graphics, they just look good, regardless of the resolution or the complexity, right? and Miku just disappears. This was the main theme of Project Diva's second or its 10th? I have no clue. Have to go getting late in my time zone? Yeah, no problem. Thanks for subbing and thanks for hanging out. I play Project Diva sometimes once a month, sometimes less. Well, now that I'm doing Project Diva Edge, since I'm, playing that game to progress, I tend to do it a little bit more often, but it's not every day that I play Project Diva, so you will probably see a lot of stuff that has obviously nothing to do with Project Diva, but yeah, it's just the way it is. But yeah, thanks a lot for hanging out and have a good one. Miku has been successfully uninstalled from your system. That's impossible. You cannot uninstall Miku from your system. It's a permanent host. We'll try to catch up with the other Diva streams, though watching people playing the game. Well, the problem is that most of the Diva streams were on Twitch, and Twitch made me delete a lot of VOD, so in comparison I only have one Mega Meets stream from 2 weeks ago, some that are extremely old, and then the Project Diva Edge, but it's fine, there will be more. But yeah, have a good one and see you, Kadas. But I'm also not gonna be streaming for that long today, though. I guess I could do 3 more songs. Let's do 3 more songs. I think that's a good number. I think that's a very good number. 3 more songs to end the day. Let's do it. I don't think that was a PB. I think that was slightly behind. So I like that I was able to perfectly nail the fast notes at the beginning. Those are not that easy to hit. I mean, you have to be fast. It's not like they have a very special trick to do. I mean, you just gotta be fast. But easier said than done. Which one could I continue with? I could do some of the other, as I was saying, 7.5. I could do this song, for example. I mean, wait, it has an extra stream. I could do that then. This song will always be so good. It's a shame that it's on low stars, but it's also supposed to be a slow song. There's not much you can do there. And to finish it up, we can do it with something with higher stars. Like this controller destroyer, for example. nice, with an actual PB. That's the perfect way to end it. Previous one was 95, I think. Also, quite relatively close to full combo, because there were only 4 misses, so we'll say that it was pretty good. But yeah, that will be it for me for the day, so thanks everyone a lot for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next stream, so have a good one, and take